By the way, look, here's first a reminder of the yelling today by Attorney General Mark Dreyfus at Sky News' Olivia Caisley. A reminder, here it is.
And I will not be apologising for acting. Do not interrupt. I will not be apologising for acting. I will not be apologising for acting in accordance with a High Court decision.
Now, Evelyn Rae, you know that if Tony Abbott had yelled like that at a female journalist, Scott Morrison even, this would be a massive scandal on the ABC and the media left. This would be lasting for weeks. What would Labor say about this now, do you think?
Look, I think if it was Tony Abbott or it was Scott Morrison, we'd be seeing Me Too 2.0 movement starting all over again. We all know it. And I think that's the problem with this. It's the hypocrisy. Because let's be honest, I don't buy into any of the feminist movement rot. Look, if they want equality, they're going to get equality. I think at the moment, like a lot of these feminists want special treatment, but I don't buy into that stuff. I think that men and women are different. I think that if any politician was to speak to a female journalist who was on the wrong side of the political spectrum, that, like I said, it would be World War III on the patriarchy. But here is just a perfect example of the double standards that our country in our political spheres seem to have and possess. It's all they have, actually, unfortunately.
But Alexander, just picking up something there that Evelyn was hinting at, I'll come back to you on this, Evelyn, but Alexander, does it actually matter that Mark Dreyfus yelled like that and wagged his finger at a female journalist? Is it just happenstance? Equality, female, male, you talk to them alike, doesn't matter whether you're rude to a female as opposed to a man. Is there a sexist angle to this, really?
Well, I'm not actually so sure, to be honest with you, Andrew. I watched that clip, and I also watched that clip with my girlfriend. She's a pretty good marker for these sorts of things, and we actually didn't have a problem with the way that the Attorney General addressed the question. We thought his response was firm and perhaps understandably so. What we took issue with was the actual content of his answer. You know, again, here is another of our statesmen talking about upholding the rule of law and being a minister for the Crown, when at the same time this fellow has an assistant minister for the Republic working to remove the Crown underneath him. So when we talk about double standards, I think we should also throw in there that the Albanese government is displaying a hypocrisy never before seen in Australian politics, and everyone has got to get better at calling that out.
Evelyn, what do you make of it? Did it offend you that he yelled like that at a woman?
Look, I totally agree with the previous comments. Like, as a woman, I watched it and I thought, you know, I was in the police for nearly 12 years. It's a man's world in there. And to be honest, there were far worse things said there in front of women than what I just saw on the news. And like I said, if people want equality, they should expect equality. But like I said, this feminist movement and how we're expected to feel sympathy is all about special treatment and not equality. I think that, you know, that there should be respectful discourse with all political discourse, with all debate, with all conversation either side. I didn't find it too disrespectful at all, to be honest. And I would be pretty annoyed if someone was interrupting me while I was trying to answer a question as well.
I don't know. Evelyn Rae, Alexander Foltz, thank you both so much for your time.